In this video, I'm going to be playing Tales of the Shire whilst I talk softly to you to help you relax and fall asleep. I'm also going to be answering your questions from the comments of the last video, and if you have any questions you'd like to hear me answer in the next one, put them in a comment below. I'd also love to hear what games that you think would be great to fall asleep with in the future. If you're new here, I'm MadMorph and I like to play indie games and cozy games on this channel, and I also have a podcast where I read books to you to help you fall asleep. That's called Down to Sleep, and it's on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere you get podcasts. I even read books like The Lord of the Rings, Twilight, Howl's Moving Castle, and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. You can listen in some places for free, and some of those books are exclusive on Patreon. You can find all of the links that you need in the description for this video. But now, let's tuck you in. Take a nice deep breath for me, and let's get down to sleep with Tales of the Shire. Hello there, and welcome back to the Shire and my little house. This is another Fall Asleep With. I'm going to be falling asleep with Tales of the Shire. I hope that you enjoy it. Let's see the ducks. Been a while since I had a duck, he says. Don't worry, little duckies, you're safe for today. Are you the duck guardian? Are you the duck keeper? Hello, Mr. Swan. I also just realized that my calling my swans Bella and Edward means one of them is quite literally Bella Swan. Let's follow these. Get those butterflies. Orlo's home. He's got his washing out. Let's see what his garden looks like. Nora once told me the first men came through here. She didn't know who the second were. More butterflies to lead us to more goods. Elderberries, a new fruit. And someone having a picnic. And saying the same, I think he just heard the first men joke. This is cute. Oh. Ah, I thought there would be some loot up here, didn't you? Not this time. Lovely view, though. Some might say that that is the real treasure. Let's head back down. Going to be doing some really casual exploring, some cooking, working on our relationships. Just enjoying this early look at the game. Whilst you drift off with the peaceful sounds and the peaceful music. Let's work our way down here. Do you reckon all those ever going to find a job? I thought he was the postman. Don't think I imagined that. Hedge mustard. Oh, this is lovely mustard. Where did you get it from? The hedge. The way that guy walks. Here in the Shire. Over the bridge. Seeing spots we've never seen. We are the pony. It's our goal is to increase our fellowship. Let's have a look. Return to farm a cotton with 3 vegetables. I haven't grown mine yet. Try and sell to Sandy Man. And collect 3 herbs. What's this way? Let's come and hang out with the sheep. Oh, it's night time. We best be getting home. Best be getting ourselves to sleep, I think. The Great East Road, that's Orlo's house. And I live just over here. Up the steps. North, Old Ruby's Pond. East, South Lane, Cotton Farm. Quickly to bed, little hobbit. And I'm talking to you too. You're a good little hobbit, aren't you? Got hairy feet too. Let's go to sleep. A shame, because a rainy day was nice, but maybe it'll rain tomorrow, who knows? Not yet. 10 days left in summer though. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Should probably water our garden. You think? We need to fill the watering can. I have ducks in my little pond. Dum 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 dum. I think this is an expansion for our garden down here. I think this fence goes and then we can do even more. We've discovered something. And look, here's another one, another expansion. Oh, more water. Has this can got holes in the bottom? There we go. So these are all watered, but not ready to pick. Good morning, Bungo. That was a lovely meal. I'll have months of stories now and many happy memories. I've got you something nice so you can have a happy memory too. Gonna do some decorating. Good morning, Bungo. I had a fine time at your meal. Pleasant conversation. Thanks for inviting me. Fosco's Furnishings. What's that? Sorry. Share a meal with Fosco and Nora. Again? Another one. Let's catch some fish for the day. And whilst I'm about to fish, let me see if I can't find a question from you. From the last sleep video. In the comments. As I said, if you have a question, you can drop it below in a comment. And I might answer it in the next sleepy video. Let's see. What have people put? Talk more about your experiences in life leading up to now. Well, I'm quite old, that's a lot of experiences. I wouldn't know where to start, but I'm sure some will come out through the process of this. Let's see. You have a gaming channel too? I've been listening to your sleep podcast for years. I never knew this. That happens a lot. It does, it does. Can I cast my rod whilst I'm here? Don't snap. Must not snap the rod. People are trying to sleep. Make a down to sleep gaming channel. Well, that's pretty much this channel, isn't it? Let's be real. Sorry, there's just lots of really nice comments. I'm having to scroll down quite a bit to find a question. Everyone's just being really nice about the video, which is lovely. I woke up to you playing this. It's 1:27 AM. I had to pee. I'll leave this playing and go back to sleep. It's nice and soothing for sleep time. Better than the shouty murder crime cases that I usually wake up playing, affecting my dreams. I can see how that would be a problem. What's your advice for beginners who want to start creating content on YouTube? Okay, that I could talk on for a bit. I won't talk on it for too much, because if anyone's not interested in it, they won't enjoy it too much, but also that's really something that'll get you to sleep. As I catch another fish, I'm gonna head out and pick some plants. If I can work out how to put my stuff away. Hello, Mr. Swan. I think the most important thing when it comes to trying to not only be a content creator, but achieve anything in life, is making sure that it's something that you enjoy. This is especially true of content creation because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to keep doing it. And if you don't keep doing it, it's going to be very hard to get anywhere. So don't pick something just because you think it will go well. Don't pick something just because someone you like is doing that thing and you hope it'll be the same for you too. Hazelnuts are falling out of this tree. Make sure it's something you're passionate about and that you can do. And I don't mean do it like all the time. You don't have to do it once a day. You don't have to upload 3 times a week. 3 farthing stone. I missed the H reading that. I thought it said something else. The whole make sure you upload all the time thing is kind of a lie. Shouldn't listen to that advice. Upload as much as suits you. But just make sure you're having fun. As we try and find delphinium. She's usually around here somewhere. What a cute little runabout this is. Can we see her on the map? People do show up on the map, and I don't see delphinium. Ah, she's over there at the delphinium tree. I was in the wrong place. Is that this way? The birds are leading me. as we pick more hazelnuts. Now you're saying go this way. And this way. I think my pockets are full. I forgot to empty them as we went to bed last night. Can I help you with something? I have the herbs. 3 herbs as requested. Thank you. I'll just make these up into some tinctures for Fosco. There we go. Just the thing. I'll have Orlo deliver it once it cools. Will this definitely work? Oh yes, one of them will, probably. Could you check in on him for me later? Okay. Do I now have a mission to give these? Go check on Fosco. Don't mind Delphi, she's always a bit sad. Tag yourself. Is she the Eeyore of this gang? But yeah, if you want to make something, just go for it. YouTube's a great place to start. Years ago when I was first doing well on TikTok, I kept telling people, guys, make a TikTok. It's super easy to grow right now. It's a lot harder these days. Let's see what these are right here. Or mustard. I will say gaming is very difficult. If anyone is thinking of starting a gaming channel, I wish you the best of luck. Fosco, where are you? This isn't you, is it? I think it's in here. Isn't this your house? The birds are leading me on a merry trail of circles here. Round and round. Into the square. Is he here? Check the map. In the building, straight ahead. Nope. In the building that I was just in. There you are, mate. How are you feeling? Delphinium asked me to check on you. Oh, the cures. You know, it had started to clear up on its own, but I suppose a bit of extra help wouldn't do me any harm. Let's see how this goes. What have you done to me? Perhaps it needs some time to work properly? The last thing it needs is more time. It's getting worse as the minutes go by. Achoo. I'm not getting... Achoo. Better, Bungo. Go and see Delphi again. Maybe you're allergic. To the hedge mustard. Ooh, someone said, do you believe in astrology? That's a good one. I think all of that kind of stuff is a good bit of fun. Harmless fun. And a nice means to some introspection. There's no harm in it. I'll never understand people who feel the need to really poo-poo it when someone else enjoys it or believes in it. I do know people who believe in it quite strongly. Let's put this stuff in the pantry. But I wouldn't say I'm a big believer myself, but I do think it's fun. You know, I joke about being a Leo and an ox for the Chinese zodiac. Let's return to Delphinium and let's try this again. Ah, the birds are already telling me which way to go. And it seems it's this way. Because it's a bit of a joke, isn't it? Like, guys say, oh, if she asks your birth date and she's going to work out your star chart, run away. Any crystal girlies in? But I generally find it harmless and find people who have an interest in that kind of thing to be fairly nice and friendly. If it's not controlling your life, then there's no issue. And what's your star sign? Hey girl, it's your sign. Everyone put their star sign in a comment. The tincture didn't work. What's gone wrong? Your cure made him 10 times worse. The poor hobbit can't stop sneezing. Oh dear. Something you can do? Yes, there is. Go outside and find 3 types of mushroom. The texture of the mushroom will absorb the effects of the herbs. He should feel better straight away. Let's pick some mushrooms then. Mushroom picking in the woods of the Shire. A dream come true. Don't see any here. I think we're literally in her garden. We have to go a bit further. Into the forest. But yeah, it's funny how accurate some of that stuff is, and or if people do your numerology, it comes across as quite scarily accurate, but then you have to consider that the stuff could be vague and applicable to many. I'm not seeing any mushrooms, Delphi. Oh, is this a mushroom? No. There are some mushrooms growing under that sign, but I can't pick them. Now these look like some mushrooms. A wild beef. A penny bun. Penny bun sounds like the cutest pet name ever. Hello, my penny bun. Hello, my penny bun, my little mushroom. Let's pick some more stuff whilst we're here. Came all this way. May as well get some to cook with as well. Where are we on the map? All the way down at the bottom. A pond at the end of the map. The cotton farm. Let's see if we can get these mushrooms to Delphinium in time before it gets to be sleepy sleeps. I hope that you've had a wonderful week so far. glad that you're here. And if you haven't, I hope you know that this too shall pass. You just keep going. Everything will be alright in the end. And if everything isn't alright, well then it's not the end, is it? So you just carry on. Here we are. Delphinium's tree. She chilling up here with her big old feet out. I have the mushrooms. Beef, beef, beef. And a penny bun. And she's going to prepare a paste. The paste is almost the right texture. Once it's mushy, I'll have Orlo deliver it. This will definitely work. Oh yes, it never fails. You may want to follow up with Fosco, just to make sure he's applied it properly. Well, first, we're going to go back to bed. Make our way home. Which is... Where is my home? There it is. Over the old log. Up past the sheep. Guided by birds. As we head home to sleep. Up my front steps. And tiptoe through the fields. Get lost again on my way to the bedroom. And another day goes. They don't let me play anymore. Well, can I restart? We need to do some more cozies. They cut us off. They said that's all you're having. Okay. Well, I'm going to cook some meals then. Let's make... Seems like the only thing I have ingredients for right now is the rhubarb. Okay. Bum 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 bum. So where did it throw me back to? My last day? Let's see. Ah, yeah, to my final day collecting 3 herbs. Well, there you go. Let's collect what we were gifted. And let's do a little bit of decorating. How did we go? Like so. Furniture. Look at this cute couch. It's interesting to try to decorate I wonder if when you unlock new rooms, if they aren't decorated. Because right now it seems like it would be difficult to decorate these rooms. They're already kind of done, right? We're going to put some of this stuff in. You can change the wood floor, look. How lovely. Oh, that's a bit garish. Let's go with this one. That one's nice and cozy. So wait, I just look at something and then I hit this button and then I can change the beam style. Wow. A curtain, a hanging plant. This is very interesting. A tree root. And then you can also change its colors. That is very, very cool. So easy to do. What about if I look at the wall? Changing the paneling and the paneling color. And then you have wall color too, the wallpaper. I have to say that's a very, very nice decorating mechanic. You can do the ceiling. Wow. The hills of Bywater to remind you of the village. Do the beam, do the light. That is just fantastic. I've made the room ugly, but it's fine. Oh, you can even do it with the fireplace. It's so easy. That's very cool. What other furniture did I have to put down? Just an old footstool. That was cute. Let's run around some more. See the bits we haven't seen yet. Clip clop, Mr. Pony. Now the East Road we've definitely been on. Look at this lovely window from the back. Looks gorgeous. It's all carved out of wood, for those of you who are curled up. Looks like we can fish from down there, doesn't it? Should we go take a look? Oh. It looks like it's locked. Maybe if you help Neffy out, they open it up and let you through. Secret fishing spot, eh? I feel like I could just run and not say anything and the ambience and the music would do the job, really. Oh. That's an interesting technique. Look at this fella. Hello there. I'm trying out these new pants with wheels on. Easiest way for me to get home when I've been drinking in Green Dragon Sea. Luckily I live downhill. But they go uphill too if I decide I want another drink. All I got to do is just scooch on my bum. Oh look, your character actually replies. He asked me if there were actually prancing ponies. And I said just dancing cows. How fun. That's something you rarely see in a game, is your character talking back, unprompted like that. So that's nice. We're so going to be able to get honey from these beehives, you can just tell already, can't you? And I bet you'll be able to shake the trees and get the apples too. Definitely. Oh, look at this, a secret. Secret little grotto. I thought that was really going to be special then, but it's just a cut through. I'm trying to remember how we sit. Emote, there we go. And there was one that was sit, wasn't there? Sit. We can have a chill here. Let's look for another one. Okay, so since we've only got a bit of time left, but I think this video will be too short for people to fall asleep to if we don't do a bit more, I have a bright idea. Let's find somewhere where it sounds really nice, and then we're going to hang out, and I'm just going to talk to you for a bit longer, to give you a bit longer to relax. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through all of the comments on the previous video and do my best to answer all of the comments and the questions. And maybe that could become a thing at the end of each of these videos where I will do a little Q&A session or something. I think that might work. This is very new, right? So I'm still learning how I want to do this. And it's occurring to me now that maybe what I do is I play the game and it's all sleepy, okay? If it's a game like Tiny Glade where I need a question, I'll either dip in or use an icebreaker. But otherwise, we'll just have a really sleepy time with the game. And then I'll do a sleepy Q&A. We'll try that. You can let me know what you think if you want. This will be our first time doing it, so let's see how it goes once I find somewhere nice. Maybe some running water would be nice. Should we try and find a waterfall? There's one over there. Right on time. Back over the bridge. Trip, trap, trip, trap. Of course, if you want me to read you a bedtime story, you know where to go. Down to Sleep on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere you get podcasts. Lots of free audiobooks. And then some very good paid ones if you want to head to Patreon. This is a nice spot. Let's see if we get closer to the waterfall there. It's only a few dollars and you get 400 episodes. And counting. Oh, I can't get any closer, I don't think. It's closed off for now. In before we just end up merging, so I find somewhere to sit in a game and I'll read you a book. Play Skyrim, but just read all of the books somewhere quietly. I feel like I'd probably end up getting attacked by something and then someone would be drifting off and then there'd be all these loud sword fight noises. Oh, hang on, we've got some water here. That's going to make you need to go to the bathroom. I won't do that to you. Well, this is called Lookout Hill. What are we looking out for? Do you know what? Right here seems like a pretty good spot, doesn't it? If I can remember how to sit down. You can begin. How about that for a view? Lovely. Oh, close the map. There we go. Okay, I would say this way seems like the best view. Let's adjust the volume. I think the music's quite loud on this game, so we're going to bring it down some and just have everything else up whilst we talk for a minute. Okay. I've watched you for a couple of years. I love your vids. I put your stuff on when I go to bed. Will you ever do a face reveal? Well, there is my Instagram. My face do be on there. But it's masked, I hear you cry. But it's the best I'll ever do, I think. Especially because that was years ago. And I've only gotten older and uglier, you know? No chance. Once upon a time, I did consider it. And I was gonna I thought maybe I would cam, you know? I have to say I've always felt quite held back by not having a camera, not having a face. It's definitely hindered some things. Especially when I get invites to stuff, I don't feel comfortable going. For many reasons, but one of those is if I had a face, I would probably feel more comfortable, right? But yeah, just in general. But I'm very glad that I didn't. I'm very glad that I stayed faceless, and that the sort of mini reveal that there is not something that people would ever recognize me in the real world from. Because something that has been lost in today's world is that anonymity and anonymousness is very precious, and we all give it up far too easily. posting on TikTok and Instagram and all the rest of it, sharing our lives with strangers and even sharing too much of our lives with people we know. And I'm very glad that mine is still my own. I'm a very private person and an introvert, and my TikToks reach so many people now that I think I would be scared to leave the house if my face was in them. I don't know how people do it, honestly. Like, I know, like I said before, I coached my brother to be a YouTuber, and he's not even that big, and he's been recognized a bunch when he goes to like conventions, or just like he's been shopping before and someone's like snapped a picture of him from a distance and then like put that out and been like, oh, I saw so and so, and it's like, huh? I would hate that so much. It's not for me. I would actually become a shut-in. I'm already pretty much a shut-in, but that would really do me in. Is this nice ambience here? I feel like it's not great. Not hearing much. Let's move, maybe. Sorry for the creaky chair. I don't know what it is about this chair, but I feel let down by IKEA on this one. I had the same chair previously, and it was wonderful for many years. But this one's got really creaky really fast. It's a nightmare because I'll be recording a audiobook sometimes for sleep. And then just, it's creaking out of nowhere. Like, bloody hell. Bloody hell, Harry. People ask me to read the Harry Potter books all the time. The problem is, they're very, very mean. They're lawyers when it comes to copyright, so it's a shame because I feel like I'd do a pretty good job. I want to go somewhere where we can hear bird song. Maybe let's just turn the music up slightly. There we go, that's better. Oh, let's go stand with the cows for the next bit. Animal sounds. Let's watch the swans. This is like you're watching the swans with me in real life. I'd love to take you all to my secret little spot. Which also kind of leads back into the previous thing, because I always zoom in when I'm sharing the swans, when I'm sharing anything, anywhere I go. I don't really want people to know where I live. Because if you did know, that spot would be pretty easy to find. People are kind of crazy on the internet, so I'm actually a pretty good photographer, so if you ever see my ducks and swans on Instagram and you're like, what is this framing? What is this composition of this picture? Well, that's on purpose, because I don't want someone to go, oh, that's such and such, and then come and find me, do I? It's also why I put them on my story and not on a reel or a TikTok, because imagine it going viral and people just being like, oh, that's the da-da-da-da. No, thank you. Anyway, next question. But yes, go to the Instagram and follow and see my masked face, I guess, if you want nightmares. Someone said, I actually fell asleep. Should I? Maybe I should say names. I guess I could say names. This is taking me back to the days of streaming. Jenna Cat. I fell asleep to this last night. You are a sleep wizard. Ah, yes. The sleep wizard. Hello. Gandalf. Gandalf, the sleep wizard. I get you to sleep precisely when I mean to. You playing Tiny Glades? Extremely relaxing. I would love to see and hear more of it. I think any time I run out of games to do this with, I will be running to Tiny Glade. That's for sure. That we're working well together. I'm glad you're here made me cry. That's okay. It's okay to cry here. And we are working well together. I think this has gone quite well, hasn't it? You did very well today. And you know what? Proud of you. Keep up the good work, okay? I love this. Gameplay videos to sleep. I fell asleep watching this, and then YouTube chose a 4-hour Markiplier. I think that's how you say it. Like pliers? What does that name mean? Is it his actual name? Or is it like multiplier? Markiplier, multiplier? Pliers like the tool? I've never watched a video. It played the entire thing. My poor phone battery. I'm sorry. I fall asleep a lot with my phone in my hand. Which is really bad, and I don't advise it. But when I get into bed, I play games on my phone. I know, what am I, 12? But that is how I switch my brain off at night. Because I have so many things that I'm doing, and channels, and stuff that I need to do. It's the only way I can get to sleep. It's, man goes to the doctor and says, "Doctor, I'm sad." Doctor says, "Great clown in town, Pagliacci, go and see him. It'll fix everything about your sadness." The man says, "But Doc, I am Pagliacci." That's me, we're trying to get to sleep. So I just play card games on my phone, and I fall asleep with it in my hand, and I wake up and my battery's dead. So I feel your pain. Dun da da. I keep crying, I'm sorry. You're allowed to cry, it's okay. I cry a lot. I get emotional a lot. And not in a I'm sad way, just in a stuff just makes me cry. Nothing wrong with that. Very emotional person. It's okay. Let's fall asleep to Space Marine 2 and the sounds of the Emperor's will being done. I did check out Space Marine 2. They sent me a copy. I played the first hour. I really liked it. It's not the kind of game I think a video would do well on the channel with. That's something I've got better at over the years, is understanding that I probably shouldn't play everything and anything. And certain kinds of games, again, just don't work without a camera, unfortunately. But I was reading bits of the dialogue to myself, especially the intro dialogue, which I thought was really cool. I was surprised there was no narrator at the beginning of that game. And I was like, hello, I'm right here. Oh well. I hope you're all enjoying the games that you're playing. I'm just scrolling. Some of these I already read earlier. I wonder if when this day ends it's going to end the game again. That would be annoying. I'm not done just yet. I've already been falling asleep to your cozy game playthroughs. I'd love for you to actually make it a series. Well, thank you. I think I shall. This was very effective. I'm glad. Should we see what happens when time runs out on our little hobbit to fall asleep? Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Let's get down to sleep. That's come up a couple of times that people say they can't help but in their head hear to business. Also, I start all of my podcasts by saying hello there, which is actually a reference to Obi-Wan. Time's about to run out. Oh, we went down on the floor. We fell asleep. And Orlo wheelbarrows us back. How cute. Damn. Okay, I wasn't done. We're back in a new spot. I hope you like it. Let's continue with the Q&A. You should think about narrating spicy audiobooks. Morty. You mentioned you used to write songs. Do you still write your own songs? And if so, what genre do you tend to lean towards? I haven't written a song in a very long time, unfortunately. Other than the fire freestyles that I do here for you on the videos. So I play guitar. And so I used to write sort of rock songs. That sounds so lame to call them rock songs, doesn't it? Rock songs. Like, God, what's become of rock? Anyway. And then for a long time I made electronic music. And I would spend my nights in my room just making ambient, electronic, artsy stuff. Audio-visual remixes, quite a lot of political songs, protest songs, kind of artsy, weird stuff. So I once had a song go viral on this like conspiracy website and forum, and they started sharing it around, right? This is over 10 years ago. This is a really long time ago. It's before people were known as being nuts on the internet, okay? I mean, we always knew people were nuts, but like, it's commonplace now that just media literacy is in the toilet and people believe anything. So this was like 10, 15 years ago. And I made this really weird song using like kind of old footage, which was kind of creepy. And this forum, legit, they were sharing it around and they thought I was like a CIA agent. They thought it was like malevolent, you know, they thought it was for some nefarious purpose, and like that I had done something to the music or the video, and it was like demonic. It was hilarious. And that was actually the first time I went viral for anything. I say viral, it was like 30,000, 60,000, up to like 80,000 views, I think. But to me at the time, I was like, oh my God, this is insane. This many people have seen and listened to something I did. And they're all commenting on it. It was addictive. Reading it, just the forum over and over and seeing what everyone was saying. It was crazy. So yeah, used to write rock music, then made like really weird ambient and like political statement stuff. And then just no time with streaming, so I haven't really picked my guitar up in a while. Keep meaning to, but time is tough. Let's see, anything else that anyone is saying? Bum ba bum. Coyote, if you lived in a fairy tale village like this one, what job would you want to do? Jester. Village idiot. What job do you think you'd end up doing based on your real life skills? Jester. Village idiot. Kinda have, let's be real. No, but seriously. What would I be doing if I wasn't doing this? I've always just had ideas upon ideas and trying different things, business ideas that I would have done. I think I would always have been working for myself. I'm not sure if I would have stuck with the music industry stuff. I left like the industry and then I made my own company within the industry and was doing that before I kind of like changed everything up. And then later found streaming and content. I don't think I would have stuck it out because I kind of left it before I found content. I honestly don't know. I think I would be struggling. And I was always someone who did struggle. This is what it's like hard to get across, is how much I appreciate being able to make content, because it incorporates so much of my passion and stuff that I do. From teaching myself to edit when I was like 13, making my own music videos by like editing existing music videos together and with stuff that I liked. So like making Rage Against the Machine music videos but with like footage from CKY and stuff like that was like how I learned to edit and how I got started. And I would like cut in stuff from like Celebrity Deathmatch, like the MTV like claymation style thing, and stupid clips that were online. So I'm very, very grateful to have content, because I think before I was doing this, I felt quite lost whenever I was trying to think about what I was going to do with my life, because I always had all of these ideas, very kind of creative in that way, but as any person will say, it's like very frustrating when you keep having the ideas but maybe not following through on them so much or making something happen. And that was always tough, because I always felt like I wanted to do more. So I'm very grateful to be here with you right now. Let's have a look. This makes me miss Baldur's Gate. I hope you play more of that. I am, and I'm very sorry for everyone that's missing Baldur's Gate. It is coming back, I promise. Sorry, I'm just adjusting in the chair. I feel so bad about Baldur's Gate, I must be honest. I think that might be all the questions. I am scrolling. I may have missed some. Feel free to ask your question again if I missed it under this video. I grew up falling asleep watching my sister play video games. So comforting. That's sweet. You are Bob Ross for the new generation. I've been getting that quite a bit lately, which is lovely. I've never actually watched Bob Ross. They played them on Twitch one time, and I saw like part of one, but I don't think it was a thing here, so I didn't like grow up watching it or anything. If you could see a mythical creature, which one would you want to see? Oh, hello. Don't get me started. I used to want to be a monster hunter. That is legitimately what I told my careers advisor in high school. And they laughed and handed me a pamphlet on how to get into advertising. And strangely, I somehow ended up there for video games. But, oh dear, what mythical monster? Now, you may mean mythical monsters in terms of like griffins and dragons and stuff, right? So I'm going to give you two answers for this one. I'm going to give you mythical monster, and I'm going to give you crypto. Sorry. Sorry, I had to cough there. Cryptozoology, not, you know, doggy coins. I mean, you gotta go dragon. Imagine seeing a dragon flying over your head when you're out in the countryside. That would be special. I also feel like that would be something to see which would change so much about your understanding of history and mythology. And the stories being true, you know? And cryptid. Loch Ness Monster would be pretty awesome, I think. That would be pretty cool. Don't think I believe as much in Nessie these days, but so it'd be pretty special. You saying I'm glad you're here made you shed a tear? I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Stay for a while, okay? Thanks. Bum ba bum bum bum. Can we have some more of this adding to the village? We may do. If I do Tiny Glade again, we may do it that way. Might also do a different scene. Although I did pick that scene so the screen would be slightly darker than if it was the summer scene. And especially the winter scene, it's quite bright. Bum ba bum. Coming from a Southern American. A Southern American. Like, your name's level 1 goblin, that's really cute. Like, hey boy, Southern American, or like, Brazil, Argentina. I guess you probably mean the other South America. Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay, Rio de Janeiro, Mexico, etc. Sorry, what's it like being in the UK? Do you like it? Do you have any stories to tell? The UK is pretty good, man. Like, it's home. It's home. And you know, this is a problem with the internet today, is they'll try and make you hate your own place. They'll try and make you hate where you live, because everything is so negative. And they'll just show you people not getting along, and the worst of the worst. But, you know, if you just go out and take a look, it's really not so bad. And London can be pretty rough, but it's always going to be home. I'm always going to enjoy it, and certainly living in the village. Whenever I walk around my village and I go to see the swans, and it's quiet, and it's green, and I see squirrels, and I see butterflies, and I see the robins and the sparrows, I just feel really thankful for where I'm at. And I would miss that if I went somewhere else. But it would be fun, you know. I've always kind of thought it would be fun to live somewhere else. I don't know if I would. I'd be pretty scared too. Whether it's in Iceland in the wilderness, whether it's in Japan just for the culture shock and the change. But I don't actually think I will live somewhere else. I'll try and visit though. But yeah, the UK's alright. I mean, like, I watched Pride and Prejudice recently, and like there were so many moments in that where I was like, oh, this is like, I could go somewhere that looks just like this right now, like 5 minutes away. So I felt quite privileged and lucky. Or just like this Shire here, you know? I think where I sit and where I hang out with the swans, my spot is nicer than this spot in the game right now. You know, so I'm very, very lucky. If I lived in London and in the city, I would probably feel differently. But for being in old Blighty, if you can get a bit of green, it's pretty nice. And I mean trees and grass, not pipeweed, as they say in The Lord of the Rings, where I just actually got to the part where Pippin and Merry are in Isengard and they found a big old barrel of the loose leaf, and they're hanging out with Gimli and Legolas and Aragorn. Such a good book. I would point you towards the YouTube where it is, but the publisher took it down, so it's only on Patreon now, unfortunately. It's the only place you can hear me read Lord of the Rings. It used to be free on YouTube, and it did very well. A couple of million people had listened to me reading The Lord of the Rings, and the publisher was like, no, delete. And they gave me a copyright strike, so that was fun. I think, as we fall asleep and pour our watering can all over ourselves, I may have made it to the end. And that is where we close the book tonight. Please go ahead and hit like and subscribe for more. Let me know in a comment if you have a question you'd like to hear me answer in the next Q&A, and I will see you in the next one. If you need a bit of extra time to help you fall asleep tonight, there's always the podcast Down to Sleep, or you can click one of these videos on the screen to go on another adventure with me right now. Until next time, good night.